What's up, guys? It's your girl Kia, and I am back for another video. So today we have a really interesting topic, and this video is about a single father who wants to have a sleepover for his daughters, and a lot of the women are not feeling it. A lot of the female parents aren't feeling it, and he thinks that's unfair. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about kids having sleepovers in general, so this just adds a little bit of a different perspective to it. So we're gonna watch, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about it. So let's go ahead and watch.
So like last year, I was trying to throw my daughter like a slumber party, and once again, no woman lives in the household. It's just me and my daughter, and like I communicated with one of the mothers like just to see if she can get the ball rolling because she know a bunch of more mothers and whatnot. And then I asked, do she feel comfortable having? And as I was talking, she straight up interrupted me. No, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. And like I said, because I'm a man, and she was honest, and I respect her honesty. She was like, yes. And I'm like, that really made me that really did make me feel some type of way. So I expressed my, not even frustration. I was really sad. And I expressed that with other women. And they was like, well, Mark Anthony, you got to see where she coming from, and blah, 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 this and that and whatnot. And I do understand like where women coming from, but it just hurt my feelings to know that me, just as a man, I get labeled as that. And like I would never do nothing like that to like I would never do nothing like that to kids, because like when I was growing up, like it was a situation. Like I try to make jokes about it and whatnot. And um and like, long story short, it happened to me, but by a woman. And I just remember that feeling as I got older, and when I was younger, I would never do that to a child. And just know that like I could even throw my daughter like a slumber party is because like they think I'ma do what somebody did to me, which was a woman, by the way. And like that shit made me damn near like cry for real, bro, because I'm just trying to like have my daughter, but as it's that shit just made me really feel some type of way. So like last year, I was trying to throw my daughter.
So that's the video. And there's, to me, a lot to unpack here, more than what people are just saying in the comment section on the neighborhood talk. That's where this video is from, and just saying, man, go on here, out of here with this. We don't do sleepover, blah, blah, blah. This man was triggered because he already had trauma. He was, had done something done to him, but this time it was by a female. My camera's doing this light thing again. I hate it so much. But anyway, he had something done to him by a woman. So having another parent basically quote unquote assume, practically accused that he would do something like that if their child came over to the house, really triggered him, hurt him, because he's been there and would never do that to another child. The thing is, though, the moms who had their kids coming to the sleepovers, they don't know that. And a lot of it's weird. It's a double standard, and it's a weird situation to be in. I, as a mother, if it was another little girl, my little girl, and he would have come to me, I actually would have said, "How about I'm cool with it if my husband can come." Like, but then all the moms would be like, "Well, that's two men there. That makes it worse." Because again, I feel protected by the man in my home, and I know he would never do anything, and he enjoys being a girl dad and everything. So it's weird. Everybody's gonna have different responses to it, but I understand why he was hurt by it, mostly because he would never do something like that to a child because it was done to him. But again, the moms don't know that. And like I said, it is a double standard, because we do see today that there are women, a lot of women in the past year, who have committed assault against children as their teachers in homes. We know these things happen, but it happens at a majority rate, when it comes to male perpetrators. It does. And it sucks for him having to be sucked into this group, and not realizing that there is a double standard. And yes, sir, it is unfair. It's unfair that you are not allowed to do something. Why is there a bug in here? You are not allowed to do something for your daughter that would be fun, that any mother would do, for their child. But I also think that we are past the age of doing sleepovers, as parents. I think that phase of doing sleepovers is kind of over with. because the things kids are exposed to these days makes them a little bit more mature than they should be. You know, any child above the age of 6 is exposed to a lot. They want to do things they see online. They get exposed to a lot of different people's houses with things people. It's just sleepovers. I don't feel like are really appropriate in this day and age, especially when you can have a party just as fun during the daytime, or have it where the kids get to put on pajamas and stay from 6 p.m. all the way to 11 o'clock. I'll come get my baby. I'll come get my baby at 11. I'll be in a bonnet and my sleep clothes and my robe, but I'll come get my baby at 11 o'clock. They don't need to sleep there or whatever. So yeah, it is unfair that women, it is not even that women don't trust him, because that's the headline of the video, that women don't trust him. It's not that they don't trust him. It's that they don't trust the unknown when they're not around when it comes to sleepovers and the intimacy of a sleepover. You've got kids who are vulnerable while they're sleeping. They are wearing pajamas, but it's not sometimes not as much clothes that it is their regular clothes. They're also taking showers. They're also running around your home, fully exposed to anything in your house. And as a man, you could have condoms around. You could have, a lot of stuff around that little girls may not be need to be exposed to. So there's a lot of unknown for moms, and I don't think this is necessarily against this dad. He seems like a good man. He's a single father taking care of his child. You know, my husband was a single father before I came along, full-time custody of his son. He's doing the right thing, but you kind of have to adjust, and you kind of have to realize that you cannot do everything the moms can do, because when you have a daughter, you can't. Like when your daughter goes to swim practice, you can change her in the swim practice in the locker room like other moms are able to do, or other, they're just not. Or like moms can't go into the men's locker room. Like when my son was doing swim lessons, I had to like scream at him through a wall to get through the men's locker room because I can't go in there. It's just how it is. So I honestly wish his father the best of luck, and I hope he actually gets help for his trauma, because I think that's what affected him so much by this. Not so much that the mom said she was uncomfortable, but what happened to him as a child, practically being accused of that, and that's what the issue is here. So drop down in my comments. Let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are about sleepovers. And really quick, my children are little. I don't think I will be allowing them to do any sleepovers. But if a mom's ever like, we're gonna do a pajama movie night, oh great, y'all go ahead and go to the pajama movie night. I'll be by to pick up my child. Or if they say, well, the kids are doing sleepovers, and then I can just say, are you okay with me coming to get her at 11 o'clock or whatever to bring her home or bring him home? Is that fine with you? Cool, great, I'll come do that. But let me know if you're the same type of parent that I would be. All right, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.